Hey there, it's Dr. Wright. So today I wanted to show you real quick how to use the library at Northwest Vista College in order to find peer-reviewed primary sources. So remember that peer-reviewed primary sources are going to be things from the professional psychology literature. That means that they've been published in peer-reviewed journals, and primary sources are going to be sources where the author of the article is also the person who did a research study. And in this article, they are summarizing their research study. So if I were to do a research study and I wrote it up and wrote up my results and published it in the Journal of Experimental and Social and Personality Psychology, then that would be a primary source. So that's what we're looking for when we're looking for sources for our papers. So what you are creating is a secondary source. A secondary source is where an author reads a primary source and then paraphrases it in their own words and writes their paper using their own words, okay? So the article I wrote would be a primary source, and the article or the summary that you wrote would be a secondary source. So our library has lots of information about how to find primary sources. Also, you want to talk to our librarians who can help you with that as well. So let me show you how to go about finding our primary sources. So we are on the college's homepage. We want to click Menu and click Library. And we would click on Databases. So the databases that are most useful for us are going to be under Social Sciences. And Psychology and Behavioral Sciences collection and, thank you, and Psychology collection are going to be our most useful ones. Now also, if you have a question, you can actually put your name in and type a question, and you can chat with the librarians and they can help you find primary sources as well. So I would click on the Psychology and Behavioral Sciences collection. It's going to ask me to log in. So I'm going to put in my information. And it's going to bring me here. So let's say that my topic is altruism. Altruism meaning helping behavior that has no outside goal to it. For example, you're not receiving award for being helpful. You're just being helpful because. Now, here we've got a couple of things that we can do. We can tell it that we want to search in scholarly peer-reviewed journals, and then we can click search. Now, we've come up with 991 articles, which is a lot of articles. So here's what we can do. We can click on Advanced Search. We can click Peer Reviewed to make sure that our titles are peer reviewed. We can click on Full Text because we want the full text of the article because we have to read the whole thing. And we want articles, so we're going to click Article as well. I would suggest that you're looking for the most recent research. So maybe let's start with 2015 to 2020. And we'll click Search. This has given us 152 articles, which is way better than over 900 articles. So now what we want to do is we want to scroll through and we want to see what interests us. And let's see. Religion, altruism, and helping strangers. This is a multi-level analysis of 126 countries, which means that most likely they're reviewing different research studies. So let's see, experimental case study. Trying to find one that teaching empathic concern in the smartphone age. Interesting. Okay, so this one looks interesting. The association of shyness with individuals' online and offline altruistic behavior. Now here what we can do is we can click on that, or we can hover over this, and it will actually give us the abstract. The abstract is a 150 word to 200 word summary of the article. And what we're looking for here is to figure out if we actually have a primary source. So the abstract says we explored the association between online and subsequent offline altruistic behavior and in shy and not shy individuals. And our sample size is 108 Chinese university students. We designed 6 online situations. So this tells us that it was an experiment in China with 108 participants. So this is indeed a primary source, and this is a source that we can use for our work. So we could then click on PDF full text, and it will actually open up the entire article for us. We can download that PDF by clicking download PDF up here at the top. We can print it, or if we're logged in, we can save it to our folder for later. We can also email it to or export it or email it to ourselves. Okay, so that is how you find a primary source using the library's databases. If you have any more questions, please feel free to ask. Also, feel free to ask the librarians, and I will give you information about how to ask the librarians in the information area of this video. Thanks.